What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. In today's video, since I'm not really fully set up yet, I mean, I have a lot of stuff lying around, but I'm not set up yet to where I want to be. I thought I can make a very simple knife. That way, for anybody that's watching that's new and you don't know where to start, I can make a very simple knife with just a couple of tools. It'll be relatively inexpensive, just so you can get your feet in the water a little bit. This is a great way to start, and it's relatively inexpensive for what knife making is. We're not going to use a press, we're not going to use any big fancy tools. We're really just going to use a couple handheld tools and some cheap stuff you can get at Harbor Freight. We're going to recycle some metal, because when you're beginning, most of the times all you want to do is use recycled metal. You don't want to spend money on good metal and mess it up. That's how I started. First I started with scrap leaf spring, and then I moved up from that. But you got to start somewhere, and if you want to get your feet in the water per se, this is a great way to start. We're going to be using an old wood saw disc. This is pretty good steel. I'm not sure what steel it is, but it is hardenable steel, and you can make your knives out of this. So we're going to start with this, and we're going to make a hunting knife out of it. Probably get away with 2 on this guy. Keep in mind, this is a 10-inch disc, so if you have a 12-inch disc, it would fit a lot better. I'm pushing the limit on this for this style of knife, but I can make it work. One more thing to keep in mind, this steel is already hardened, so you cannot cut it with like a bandsaw or anything like that. It's going to damage the blade, so you have to use an abrasive saw to cut it. So I'm going to be using a grinder. And to keep it relevant with what we're doing about keeping it nice and cheap, this is a Harbor Freight grinder I'm going to be using. I do have a nicer grinder, a D-wall grinder, that'll do this a lot better, a lot more efficiently. It has a lot more power in it, but this will run you about 15-20 bucks at Harbor Freight, plus a few bucks for a couple of grinding discs. So this is really a good way to go. Alright guys, so this is what we got now that we cut it out with the grinder. I have a lot of spots that obviously need a lot of cleaning up to do, but for that we have flat discs. With this we can get into those different areas, different corners, and clean everything else, smooth it out. And we're going to be using this for quite a bit of the build. Make sure you have 1 or 2 of these. Different grits obviously help. The more work you can put in with these guys, the less hand sanding you're going to have to do at the end to have a presentable knife. Alright, so we're done profiling the knife. It looks pretty good. It feels fairly comfortable in the hands. Still needs a little bit more work to be done, but that's the basic shape of it. So now I'm going to put it on my makeshift little magnet top, and I'm just going to clean off the sides, try to give it as nice and even as possible. Alright guys, so the knife is annealed. Alright guys, so one of the more expensive things you're going to be needing is a torch. This is a Benzomatic Map Pro. I think it costs like 50 bucks at Home Depot. And you're going to need some kind of fuel source. If you want to use coal or propane or whatever, I mean, it's up to you, but you're going to need some kind of fire to be able to, one, anneal, specifically this material is already hardened, or just to heat treat. I'm gonna be needing that torch so that I can harden the knife back up. But I had to anneal it so I can do my pinholes and so I can get my bevel in. Alright, time to drill the holes. I'm just using an old drill that I have from previous jobs that I did back in the day in construction, and a drill bit. It's a 1/8 inch drill bit. It's stuff I have lying around here. You can use this, or you can use the drill press if you have one. I'm gonna use this just for this knife, but I do have a drill press. I have these cherry offcuts from work that I'm gonna be using for the handle material. Cherry is a very good material. It's a hardwood. It works very well. It's very beautiful wood. You can get oak at most stores, most box stores as well, like Home Depot. You can buy small pieces of oak for a few bucks, so you can get that or use whatever you have lying around. As long as it's a hardwood, it'll work fairly well. I bought this forever ago and I very rarely get to use it. It's a little Japanese style saw, so this is what we're going to use to cut our material. Alright, so now we're going to talk pin material. These are brass pins, they're 1/8, same as the drill bit, same as the hole. I get these at Tractor Supply and I get a stick for like $5 or something. But 36, 1/8 by 36 smooth rods, solid brass, 36 inches. So that runs you about $5, $6, $7, depending on where you're at. One stick will make multiple knives. Another important thing to do before you glue on your handle, which I'm not going to glue my handle on yet because I need to profile my knife and I need to heat treat it. But one important thing for your handle is to make sure you work on this part right here. Get it nice, smooth, get it as even as you want it, because after you glue it onto the knife, it's very difficult to work with that area. So get it as nice and even, as pretty as you want prior. It's 8 grit sandpaper. Next, I'm gonna be doing my bevels. I'm gonna be using a hand file mainly because it's easier to find. It's not a power tool, it's not anything. You could also do it with a grinder, but it's a lot easier to overdo it. So I'm gonna set in my bevel with this. Hopefully, if it doesn't take too long, if it starts to take too long, I'll use the grinder. But other than that, I want to try it out with this. Alright, so I got my bevels in. They are not the prettiest, but I could be here for 6 hours with a file if I wanted to drag them all the way up to the top. But this is more than enough for me. I'm very happy with that. Alright guys, for heat treat, this is just basic canola oil in a ammo can. I got the knife here and some pressure clamp. Just gonna heat it up to a non-magnetic red, which is basically a dull red, and we're just gonna quench it. Gates. Alright guys, so now it's time for hand sanding. The knife was tempered off screen in the oven. It's a 220 grit finish, hand sanded finish on the knife. Nothing. Now it's time for glue up. So the knife is dry, the handle is on. I gotta cut these guys off and grind the handle to shape. It is a bit of a thin handle, but we can make it work. I'm using butcher block conditioner, but you can use any oil. Alright guys, so it's time to sharpen the knife. The handle's set, everything's good. It's actually pretty comfortable. I like it. So it's time to go on ahead and sharpen it. And sometimes I use stones, and I also have diamond stones, and I also just use a belt grinder, 2x72, and to sharpen knives, it just depends what I'm feeling that day, but all those things are rather expensive. So if you want to go a more inexpensive route, sandpaper is the cheaper way to go. That's why we use sandpaper for almost everything. This is just regular 3M sandpaper you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I just wrapped it around this piece of granite block just to keep it nice and flat. Alright guys, so we're done with the knife. It's a nice little hunting knife. I like it. It feels very comfortable in the hand. If this is your first knife and you're building your first knife based off of this video, do not get discouraged. Your first knife will never be very pretty. Mine were horrible. This is extremely beautiful compared to what I made, and it's still not, you know, the most beautiful thing I've ever made. But it's still a lot better than the first knives I made. They were horrible. Half of them didn't even make it. Half of them didn't even make it to get scales. So, you know, just take time, practice, and you'll get better over time. And as always guys, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Comment down below and let me know if you struggle with hand sharpening as well. I know I. And as always guys, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.